Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm your host Edgar, and today we're going to do a quick tip on how to tell if your silver is real or fake. A lot of us collectors and people that want to hedge against the dollar have been buying silver because it's really a bargain basement price at the current prices in January 2020. No better time to buy silver than right now. So you want to make sure you're getting it from a trusted source, a coin shop, or very large dealers on eBay that have a great reputation. And even then, sometimes some will slip through, so you want to do a quick test on whether your silver is legit or not. So the first thing that I do when I get silver is I take a Neodymium magnet. That's the so-called super magnets, and I have two right here. We have a little tiny one here, a little bit bigger one here, and they're so powerful they'll attract each other across great distances, comparatively speaking, like it does there. Be careful you don't wear a watch or get this near your watches if you're a watch collector like I am, because that's a good way to magnetize your watch, especially automatics. All right, so let's get right into it. So the first thing I do is I take the magnet and I put it on the silver, and it does two things. First, if it attracts it right away like this, then you know you don't have silver. There's going to be some ferrous iron type materials in there, and it shouldn't be attracted at all. So that's the first thing I do. Another effect that magnets have on silver is it creates electrons in the path of a moving magnet. The dynamo effect, when you make generators and alternators, a moving magnet causes electric field. On very good conductors like copper and silver and gold, it creates an effect where it'll slow down the movement of the magnet. And I'll show you right here. So if you take, this is poured silver, by the way. So we got some poured silver here, 10 ounce 5 and a couple ones. And then we have a nice peace dollar. And here's that peace dollar, really nice. I got this out of a bin, but it's pretty nice. You can tell there's tape on it. All right, so let's get right into it. So what you do is you take your magnet and you take your silver and put it like a 45-degree angle. And you put the magnet on it, and you can see it goes really slowly. Isn't that wild? It creates like a force field in front of it, and it slows the movement down. Those electrons are making a magnetic field. You can do it with my Ben Franklin here. So that's the first thing I do. Boom, put the magnet on it. It's either going to stick or it's going to slide down like that if it's silver. There's other metals that do the same thing. So you want to use this in combination to a scale, which I have right here. So we'll turn that. Let's do a couple more coins. It works with so-called junk silver or 90% silver that these are. It works the same way. The small one works great on little coins. Yeah, you want to keep your other magnet away, obviously. There you go. So these are all good. These are all silver. Here's really nice, nicely detailed Native American on one side. Look at the detail. And this is one of the nicer of the Buffalo 0.999 silver. These are all 1 troy ounce, 999 silver. Great way to get silver. Look at that detail. And the magnet works the same way on here. Nice and slow. Just to show you other metals that are very conductive work the same way. Here we have a copper bracelet that I wasn't wearing, so I made a little ramp out of it. You can see it going slowly down as well. Obviously, if you take non-conductive materials, it'll just slide down. So this is the normal speed. So, all right. So the next thing we want to do is weigh it. It's not only to confirm that it's silver, it should be the right weight, but also that you're getting the right amount of silver that you paid for. These scales are very reasonably priced, and they go for about the price of an ounce of silver. So let's turn that on. It has a backlight. Right now we have it set for troy OZT, which is troy ounces. We're going to zero it out with tare. Yeah, so you want to get a really accurate scale if you're going to get a lot of silver. It just makes sense to protect your investment. It's still warming up here. And make sure you get one that has troy ounces if you're going to do your silver. But if you have an accurate meter already that just does regular ounces and grams, you can use that as well, because there are 31.1 grams to a troy ounce. So that will work. We'll do that in a minute here as well. All right, still warming up. All right, so let's take a nice 1 ounce poured bison bullion. This is a really nice poured silver. I love poured silver. All right, so you throw it on your scale, and it says 1.01. That's within the accuracy of scales. It's going to be, that's like 1/100th of an ounce. So that's perfect. Almost perfect. 1.01. It's the scale. Once it warms up, it'll be good. Let's tear it one more time. Here's a 3 ounce here. This is J&S gold and silver. Really cool poured ounce. So this should be 93.3 or thereabouts. And the scales have error in accuracy like any scale, so that's well within the accuracy of the scale. And here we have, oh, it's not on grams, it's on ounces. So it should be 3 ounces. It's 3.02. That's perfect. 2/100ths of an ounce off. All right, here we have a really cool walker. This is a apocalypse coin, zombie coin, Zomboid, 2017. We have a walker on one side, and we have the biohazard. Really cool coin. All right. That one we have 0.99. There we go. Exactly 1 troy ounce. The buffalo. Exactly 1 troy ounce. Now we got this big one here. Nice poured silver from the early 80s. They made a lot of these back then. 10.11 ounces of 999 plus fine silver. That's basically 99.99% silver, almost totally pure silver. 10.11, exactly. So the scale's warmed up. It's doing really accurate numbers here. 10.11, perfect. All right, so that's the 2 things I do right away. Make sure the silver is correct, the amount that I'm getting, and that it's silver. Pass the magnet test. And then the other thing you want to do is size. So you want to have a good ruler or calipers because high grade fakes could have all copper clad in silver, and that will pass the magnet test and it'll pass the weight test, but copper is less dense, it's going to be bigger. So that's why you want to look at your coin. So if you have a coin like this peace dollar or the Morgan, I hear that they're faking really accurately. If they put copper clad, and copper is expensive, it's going to be for pricier coins they're going to fake. But if this was fake, and they're going to make the size the same, but the thickness is going to have to be thicker because copper doesn't weigh as much. So you want to look at the size. So if you look at the size, the magnet test, and the scale, 99% of the time you're going to have genuine silver. You're going to be good to go. Also on these here, on the junk silver ones, you could do the ring test. That's another test. You get a real simple, easy test you can do. All these things are going to be very inexpensive, obviously. The neodymium magnets are like 20 cents or something. You order like 10 or 20 of them on eBay. So the ring test is silver has a distinctive sound like a bell. You make a silver bell, it's going to have a really nice ring to it. So you don't want to do this with numismatic expensive coins. You don't want to make a little nick. You want to use a nice round soft piece of metal. Soft meaning no sharp edges, I mean. All right, let's see if we can make this ring pretty good. I'll put it near the mic. So it's going to sound something like that. Let's do the Ben Franklin here. Smaller is going to get less of a ring, but you can hear it ring. This Morgan will ring. I don't want to take it out of here. It rings really well. What I notice is 0.99 doesn't ring so well. There's a little bit of a ring, but it has a different sound. The impurities, or the copper that's in 90% silver, it's like 10% copper, and a little bit of other impurities give it, and it's also extreme compression when they make those coins, and I think it makes it very hard, and it rings very well. These aren't quite made the same way. I don't think they're pressed quite as hard. And 999 silver is softer, so the presses don't have to be as hard on how many tons it's used to press. You notice it has a ring, but it doesn't ring as long. That's about the sound of 999. Now, poured silver rings either less or not at all. So don't worry if you have poured silver that doesn't ring. See, sounds like it does. So the ring test doesn't work that I've seen on poured silver at all. So don't worry about that. So ring test for 90% regular coins will work. And then the weights are standardized on these coins as well. So for instance, a Ben Franklin, I think that's 26 grams for silver dollar type things. Oh, let's put it to grams here. All right, we're gonna tare it first. And then we're gonna move the mode over to gram. So if you have a accurate gram meter, you can use that for all your silver. So here we go, we got 27.3. I think it should be in the 26.4 range, let's see. There we go, 26.7. And then this one should be half that, the Walking Liberty. So 12.7, that's good. Then we got the Ben Franklin here. 12.6. Depends on the wear, it'll be a little bit less. So 12.6 for half dollars, 26.4, 25 or so for silver dollars. And that's another thing you do, measure, weigh it, make sure that that is close to being correct. So between the ring test, the scale, a magnet, and the dimensions, you can pretty much figure out if you have silver very quickly and very easily. Well, I hope this helped you out. Please like and subscribe if you like the channel. And we'll be doing many more watch reviews. And I'm going to be doing a little bit of silver too, since a lot of people are collecting. And we're going to be doing tips on that. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. Take care.